But in the past, I have had a really bad habit of just making up stories. Stories that I have told myself that have prevented me from making the moves that I want to make just due to nonsensical nonsense and BS that I've told myself in my head. It's not happened yet. There's no indication that it's going to happen yet, but it's this sort of doom and gloom thing that we do that prevents us from moving forward. It's like we can see the vision, but we don't want to feel the journey, or we can't feel that this is part of the journey. So what do? We fill in the gaps with a bunch of bullshit that stops us from doing what it is we want to do. So let's get into pattern number 1, a pattern that I think a lot of us Black women are seeing because we're just in a really challenging time right now. You know what's happening with Black women in the jobs. So we're pivoting, a lot of us. We're looking at new ways to find money. We're looking at new ways to uplift the community. We're just looking at new and different. A lot of people have been at this for a while. So pattern number 1 is we're comparing without context. We're comparing without context. Okay? What do I mean? I mean, there are a lot of people out here right now. There's a lot of social media. There's a lot of media, period. Back in the day, we just had television and we had movies, and we could compare ourselves to celebrities and movie stars and famous people, right? They were a little more untouchable, but now we've got social media. So we've got regular people who sometimes don't look so regular, right? They are closer to you in circumstance than we've ever experienced before, all right? So when you see an amazing Black woman online and she's got her shit together, she's got an amazing career or job, she is poised, she's well dressed, she's put together, she's got all that going for herself, she's getting opportunities galore, speaking engagements, financial opportunities, podcast invitations, all of the things. And you say to yourself, wow, that's the kind of thing I want to be doing. I really want to do that. Wow, but she's just, she's doing it. And don't let her be talking about similar topic matter that you want to talk about. All right. This is just one example of social media. Okay. But this could be in any line of work, career, thing, aspirational goal. So we're looking at this person thinking how together they are, but we don't know the full context of her journey. We don't know what she's been through. We don't know what it took for her to be sitting there in front of you for you to see her right now. When people come on to the internet, most of the time, especially if it's somebody like professional, I'm not talking about like people who, aren't trying to be like maybe professional. I'm just saying, but them too. When you see people most of the time doing amazing things, they're best foot forward. Their dress, their hair, their makeup. You don't see them looking tore down, a mess. You don't see that. They're putting their best foot forward. You don't see, say somebody speaking, all the practice that they went through, the training, the coach they hired. You see them where they are now. You don't know their story. You just made that up and decided because that is where they are, then that is where they've been. You don't know the beginning. All right. So you assume that they've got something you don't have. That thing that allows them to be able to do what it is they're doing, that thing that maybe you want to do. I have a friend who is doing the most amazing, brilliant, smart work I've seen in a while. Like the type of work that is groundbreaking. It's just so smart. And she's thinking about starting a podcast and a community. She's already started the community, but a podcast in particular for this story. But every time she goes to want to do that, she's always comparing herself to me, right? I'm over here just trying to, grow and get my stuff out there, right? I'm not thinking I'm anywhere, but she's looking at me and saying, Erin, everything your podcast is so professional. You're so good on camera. You're so attractive. Okay, thank you. But what does that have to do with you, right? Now, I've told you guys a little bit about my journey, but I've gone through a lot of shit to be able to sit here and do this. When I was a little girl, I used to read nursery rhymes into a tape recorder in my bedroom, trying to record them perfectly. I mean, it's a long time ago and an interesting place to start, but I'm making a point here. I was getting used to listening to myself talk, hearing myself. Do you know how many people have come on my podcast who don't want to watch it back because they don't want to hear themselves? That's like a real thing if you're doing podcast, right? If you're wanting to put your brand and yourself out to the world, I got to listen to myself talk because I got to edit it. I edit my own stuff right now. When I was in college, when I thought I was going to be Barbara Walters, my freshman year, I got a announcer internship at an NPR radio station. I did that for 4 years. All right. I was sharpening my teeth on that. I had to be in this building called Jesse Hall. It looked like the Capitol building. Had a dome and everything. Scary building every Sunday night from 6 to midnight. Then I had to walk home in the dark by myself at midnight from Jesse Hall. Big ass old building by myself. I mean, this is grooming me, right? I had an internship that taught me how to use Adobe Illustrator. Why does that matter? Because I use Adobe Premiere sometimes to edit my videos. I learned how to do voiceover. And I did that for clients. I used to edit videos and put videos together for my clients. So I learned how to edit. So I'm coming on here a little bit ahead of the game, but she's comparing herself to me. She hasn't been in any kind of creative field like that. She hasn't done what I've done. So you can't compare, oh, Erin, your videos look professional, or, oh, Erin, you're like this on camera. I wouldn't say I was a performer, but I did, performance type stuff growing up, right? I've been working on this. She doesn't know how many videos I recorded and tried to get right in my apartment. I record, I'd stop. I record, I'd stop. I'd look, I wouldn't post. I hated them. I wouldn't do. You could probably find some old videos of me way back when I'm trying to do some videos. They weren't good. They weren't this quality. Hell, if you look at the videos that I did a year ago almost, lighting's not as good. I wasn't as good. You're comparing your starting point, and I've been at this shit for a long time, longer than when I just came on here, and I'm not where I want to be. I want to be better. I want to do more. All right? But my point is comparing without the complete story, thinking that when I start, I'm not going to be like Erin or like whomever it is that you watch and you admire that's doing something similar that you want to do. And you're just at a different point. It shouldn't prevent you, because the work this girl is doing, I'm not doing anything like it, and it's work that the world needs to know about, needs to hear about. So, of course, I sent her a video about quit comparing yourself to other people or whatever, and she'll see this and she'll know I'm talking to her, or she'll know I'm talking about her. But the news story is I'm seeing the result, not the process. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop that pattern. Break it right now, because I'm telling you, if you keep doing that shit, you're not going to do anything. It's it. It's a wrap. You're not going to get yourself unstuck. All right? So, pattern number 1, comparing yourself without context. Stop trying to figure out how you compare to them, and do you. You do it your way. Everybody does it differently, okay? No more comparing, all right? Next. So, pattern number 2.